Hey race fans, it's Race Day Top 5 with me, Frank 5. So the season's finally over, and I said I would do a thank you video. I didn't get the chance to do it last week because I had to, leave and, for come back here to college after being home for Thanksgiving break. But here it is, the long-awaited thank you video. So I've enjoyed doing the videos once again for the second year in a row for all you NASCAR fans that appreciate racing as much as I do. And it was fun to cover a great season where we had a lot of fantastic finishes, especially with low downforce package, great restrictor plate racing, the introduction of stage racing, the damage policy, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s final year, Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski blasting at each other, Chase Elliott coming close to winning races, but for the, he'll finish the second 5 times this year. But on top of all that, Martin Truex Jr. wins the championship on top of everything. And it was so cool to see him get a miracle championship for himself, especially considering with all the things that's gone on in his life. It's been a really fun season, and I've enjoyed a lot of it. Ever since Daytona started, I was hyped up, and now season's over, and I'm still waiting for Daytona. I'm just counting down the days already, people, and I'm sure everybody else is as well. But I've enjoyed doing a lot of videos. I've changed my format this year, basically putting out 5 main points of the race that I analyzed, and I think that everybody else should take away from the analysis. But I've also been able to have a lot of positive energy and have some spoken opinions. And if I have ranted a couple times, I apologize. But sometimes I have to defend people like my driver or other drivers that I feel have been involved in a incident that was caused by someone else who's not using their noggin or using their head, something like that. But I've really enjoyed everything that's gone on this year with the introduction of Monster Energy, all the way from the beginning of Daytona to the Checkers at Homestead, to start of the season, to crown a champion, and all the things that have gone on in between, especially with a driver who is NASCAR's most popular driver, calling it quits after this year, and now he's going to go to the broadcast booth for NBC and Dale Earnhardt Jr. So I wish him nothing but the best of luck in his future endeavors, not only as an Xfinity car owner, but as a broadcaster for NBC. And it's going to be fun, a lot of fun to watch him. But and I want to bring out a couple of stories before I close out that I found out, the past couple of weeks. So last week, 2011 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee Bud Moore, who was a former car owner and a World War II veteran, passed away and went home to the good Lord. And a lot of people were touched because he was a great man who did a lot of things for the sport. He's won a lot of races. I think he's won a couple of championships, and he's had a lot of influence on giving drivers the opportunity to run. And he's had a lot of passion for the sport. It's tough to see the man go, but he's in a better place now, and he will live on in our hearts and through his family. And my condolences to the Bud Moore family. And also, it was announced last week that former NASCAR driver, I guess you could call him now, Regan Smith, who is, won the Southern 500 in 2011 and last ran full-time for Tommy Baldwin last year, ran part-time for trucks this year, has announced that he will be a pit reporter for NASCAR and Fox next year. So he'll be replacing Chris Neville. It's going to be fun to have Regan Smith on. He did the Xfinity race at Iowa earlier this year, and I felt like he did a good job. And I think he can bring a lot of insight as a driver from the pit lane with 2 former drivers in the booth, and Jeff Gordon and Darrell Waltrip. So, Smith, welcome to Fox Sports. I can't wait to see what you do in Daytona next year. But with that being said, this is the final video for 2017 NASCAR. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And now it's time to take a break and get ready for finals, and then go home and enjoy a nice winter break. And I hope everybody out there has a wonderful winter break as well. But this is not the last time you will see me. I'll be back next year to cover the 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series season. I can promise you that. I'll have a few new things coming my way. I gotta, think through my head. I got a couple things I want to try out, but I'll bring you like the 5 main points, and I'll throw in a few other things as well. So be prepared for that next year. And thank you for watching my Race Day Top 5 with Frank 5 videos this year. And I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. And thank you for tuning in to enjoy my videos covering the 2017 NASCAR season. Have a nice winter break, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.